It's been a while since I've given you guys an update on my rescue plants, so I thought I would dedicate a video to them. I'm also going to be showing you some plants that I rescued last year, but sadly a lot of them from that video from last year are actually not alive anymore. But that is what today's video is about. Hello everyone, welcome to my jungle story. I'm Jacqueline, and yeah, it's time for an update. I was gonna do like monthly updates on my rescue plants, but I've been rescuing so many plants lately that it's kind of been difficult to do that because a lot of them have also been quite sad stories, and I also want to share that in this video that if you are rescuing plants, it can be very, very easy to kind of go down a hole, because a lot of the times when you rescue plants, they might not make it, and we always think that when we're rescuing plants, oh, they're coming back home with me, they're going to be so much happier, I'm going to give them the best care and the best conditions. But at the end of the day, they are rescue plants, and I myself have also found myself feeling a little bit down about it, because a lot of them have died, a lot of them have not done very well. And I was actually writing down all the plants that I rescued last year, and there are only 2 that I still have from last year. All the other ones were just, wait, is it 2? Yeah, I think it is 2. So it just goes to show, like, I really tried to give my all, but it just doesn't always work out. And you know, that's okay, because at the end of the day, they were given a second chance in life, those plants, and they were on the way to the bin or just going downhill anyway. So yeah, I did give it my all, but they didn't make it. But I'm going to be talking about those today as well. But I'm first going to start off by giving you an update on the plants that I recently rescued. So I'm first going to talk about the ones that did not make it, and that is unfortunately the Hoya quinquenervia cuttings. They just rotted away. I showed you guys. I will link all the videos down below if you haven't seen them. But yeah, the quinquenervia had root rot. It had no more roots by the time that I took it out of the soil, so I basically had to start from scratch. All those leaves died off, and eventually the stem just also turned to mush. So that one didn't make it. Another one that didn't make it is the Hoya waiarii cuttings. And that was actually one that I thought was going to make it. But a lot of those cuttings, actually, I'm saying that, wait, let me get the tray. So from that like bunch of cuttings that I rescued of the waiarii, because it was quite a lot, one has survived. So I put them all in this tray here. Oh dear, that's rooted quite a lot. Do you see there? That is the one cutting that is still left. And it is giving me some new growth there, which is really, really exciting. Obviously rooted in there. Let's have a look-see. I can see a lot of new growth from one of the cuttings. Oh yeah, I'm trying to show you. Some of the cuttings are quite wobbly in here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You see? The one in the middle, sort of. What is the one on the outside? Oh yeah, that's that one. That's also one I rescued. So yeah, that's the only cutting that I've got left from the waiarii. And then, what are other ones that didn't make it? Oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Okay, I'll show you those in a minute, because I've got the tray here in front of me anyway, because there are some rescues in here as well that I showed you guys. And that is this one here that's shooting all of these tendrils here. That is the, what is that? Oh no. It's obviously cracked. Yeah, I did have a dome over this, but as you can see, the foliage is kind of exploding, so I had to take it off, and it's like cracked here, so there's all like little dots of the, you know, like the white sap that comes out. Oh, that's so sad. That was a new leaf. That was going to be really pretty, and now it's deformed. Anyway, the Hoya San, I think that's the right way of saying it. That is this one with all of this foliage here. Like all the leaves that I'm touching right now, that is all from the SAN, and those, oh, I've still got that really irritating tickle in my throat. I probably sound like I'm about to cry or something because it like keeps on tickling. Jeez. Yeah, this one here, all those roots, that is from, yeah, I recently watered this. I actually need to add some water in here. Oh my word, this is guzzling up water like no tomorrow. Yeah, there's also some other cuttings in here, but I don't think, did I show these to you? I don't know. So the last time I went to the Netherlands, my mom bought a Hoya sigillatus, and this one is different. This is like the long, narrow one, because I've got like the really big, like rounded, chunky sigillatus. But this one is the one that's got like the elongated leaves, and they get quite big as well. Oh, there's a lot of new growth here. Yeah, I can show you some new growth. But yeah, I picked one. I thought I picked a really, really good one. It was the longest one, the one that was the most full. And when I brought it home, maybe it happened in transport in the car or something, I don't know. But there was a really long tendril that was just lying in the box. So I cut up that tendril and I put it in here, and there's a lot of, like, they've all made it. I honestly thought they weren't going to. Mind you, this one doesn't feel the greatest, but I can see roots in there. Oh no. Here's a dead one. It's a dead one. I'm just going to put that to the side. That one's good. That's got loads of tendrils here. That one also doesn't look the best. No, that one didn't do anything either. Those are all good. That's all new growth. But yeah, I really need to take this Hoya Rangsang out of here. So that one did make it. All of the cuttings made it. And yeah, there's a lot of all these tendrils and yeah, from that. So, oh, that's very exciting. I'm going to take it out of here. So yeah, those are the updates on those. Doing well, need to take them out of there. But the fact that I was able to like take the dome off, actually, and also these did not get the best lighting conditions. I actually put them next to my Akbar because I don't know what it is with my Akbar, but that light in there is magic. Whatever propagations I put in there, I usually use the Akbar just for propagations. I use it for like alocasia corms, my Hoya propagations, but literally the tendrils are trying to get out of the Akbar. That's how full it is in there right now. So maybe like a Hoya care day is in the works. I don't know, but I really need to take care of it. But I just put this next to there because I wanted to make use of those magic lights. I put them next to there, and I only recently put it in my cabinet because the oxalis, I need to put that plant outside, but it's still been a little bit cold at night. But yeah, the oxalis is growing like crazy. I can't see my Akbar anymore. So these were not getting any light. So I've put them in my cabinet and they seem to be doing really well. But I have noticed since I've put them in there that they are drying out like crazy. So yeah, I need to do something with them. And then the next Hoya was from my rescue mission video, I think. And a lot of people commented on that video saying, okay, this doesn't really look like a rescue. But it certainly was, because oh my word, I do not have a lot left over of that Calistophylla. I thought that plant would be absolutely fine. I really, really thought it would be. But all I've got left is, I think, wait, I'm going to get them first and then I'll count the amount of cuttings. But I know there were about 5 or 6 cuttings. I bought 2 pots. So yeah, I'm hoping that these ones are going to be okay. There has been new growth, but the one has not done anything. I'm going to show you. Okay, so yeah, I had a lot. Also, my last Hoya care day, I did take care. Ooh, okay, there is something happening with this one, finally. So yeah, I repotted both of them because I showed you guys in that Hoya care video, they were just in a too big of pot, I think, and it was just too much. Because now, when I put them in the smaller pots with you guys, after that, they did well. But there are 2 cuttings in here. The one has not done anything. As a matter of fact, a part of the stem has actually come off. However, it's rooted in there, but it's not like activated or anything. It's not done anything. Oh yeah, this one did have a yellow leaf that I had to take off. And that was part of like the stem thing. So yeah, this cutting here has not done anything. That leaf also doesn't look the best. I had 1 yellow leaf. Maybe this is a goner. It feels rooted in there. I'm just going to leave it in there. I'm not going to touch it too much. This cutting here is finally doing something. Do you see there? It's finally popping out growth. Finally. This wasn't doing anything. However, it's rooted really, really nicely. I have this one under a SANSI 34 watt. Yeah, I just have it like this right under the light. There is like a little bit of sun stressing happening with this one. I don't know which calistophila this is. I know there's loads of different varieties. I know this isn't like the regular one because it doesn't look anything like my regular one. It did have a lot of damage. You can see it like on the back of the leaves. There was a lot of damage there, but that was there already when I got it. But yeah, this one is finally doing something, this one cutting. This other one is also still, I'm very skeptical about it. If it's going to do anything now, it only has one more leaf and that leaf doesn't look the best. But yeah, that is the one. And then the other one is doing amazing. The other one is in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet. It's actually on that bottom shelf there, closest to the light. And this is what it's looking like. So it has given me, oh yeah, so it's given me this leaf, which is so pretty and so dark. It's just stunning. And then this one. Yeah, the leaves, it looks quite different to the other leaves, but this is like the newer growth that it's given me. These other leaves that already had that, but that dark veining, it kind of reminds me of the black cat. I know it's definitely not a black cat because the black cat is a lot shinier and like glossier. And this one, the veins almost look like they're gonna pop out, and it's very like matte almost. Yeah, that's the right word. And it's also made really nice. It's kind of hard to see with the algae. It's made nice roots there. So yeah, I made a good call taking them out of that big pot. I do think, I don't know if that's a new leaf or if that might be like a new tendril. Yeah, I have no idea. But those new leaves are stunning. So yeah, I'm very happy about this. If I see that this one is also doing really well and I see a lot of root growth, I will eventually pot these two up together because I wanted to experiment with having them in two different spots. So this one's got the SANSI grow lights and this one's got the mother grow lights. So I don't know, seems to prefer maybe cabinet life a little bit more, but it's doing well. It's doing really, really well. But then again, this one gave me really good roots. So maybe it's just working on the roots. You know, you don't know. You don't know. But those are those. And there's only one cutting in here. So out of the, I think there was 6 in total. Out of the 6 cuttings, 3, maybe only 2 have survived. So yeah. That's the update on that one, and my battery is gonna die. All right, next up, also from that same video with the calistophilas, was the philodendron pink princess. And this one has been a drama queen. The leaves are getting a lot smaller. I've actually recently given it a new spot in front of my mother grow light, just because, yeah, I don't know, it's growing, it is growing, but it's just, the leaves are getting smaller. Well, this is very dusty. It's very dusty. I'm going to give it a shower after this. Let's have a look if... Oh, I can see roots. You see the roots? Well, there's a lot of condensation. I always get that with this particular pot. I have this pot. I have 2 of these pots like this. And yeah, I always get the condensation like that. Yeah, I need to give it a shower. But anyway, the leaves keep on getting stuck and it's irritating me. The leaves are getting smaller as well. Yeah, again here, it's stuck again. So yeah, it's given me, this leaf was, I think, unfeeling when I got it. And then it gave me this leaf and then it gave me this leaf. So it's literally getting smaller. I don't know what it is with this plant. I think this is one of those plants, you know, that just doesn't like my home environment. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But it is actively growing. It's doing better than my other pink princess. That one's in my propagation room, and I'm trying. No one even wants to trade or buy that plant. It just goes to show. But yeah, I really wish I could do well with this one. I really, really wish. A part of me is thinking, should I maybe just put it on a moss pole and see how it does on there? But at the same time, this plant has given me such like a headache over the years that I'm like, I don't know if I love it as much. I don't know. I do love it though. So yeah, they're going to need to change something up with this plant. I don't know. It just here with the keep on getting stuck with the leaves. So annoying. So annoying. I don't know. But yeah, it's still alive. That's the main thing. It's just maybe not as positive as an update because of, yeah, the growth. I don't know. This was one that I didn't really feel like 100% was a rescue, but it definitely is. I mean, it was looking kind of sad in the garden center, especially compared to the others. But yeah, I don't know. I maybe need to change something up with this one. It's just the smaller growth. If you have any tips, I know people are going to say put it on a moss pole. Part of me is thinking maybe I should. I don't know. I love those dark leaves. And it doesn't have to be like super variegated, but I just love the dark leaves. This is probably a plant that I would like keep on buying just to see if I can get one to work for me because I'm stubborn. And again, like this one, it's not super variegated, but I just love that dark leaf. I think it's stunning. So why wouldn't it just keep on growing nicely for me? Tips, any tips, please tell me. I want to crack the code on this plant. I think those are all the plants. No, I have one more downstairs and then the others are in the propagation room. Oh, you dry again. Oh. And so are you. Oh, you dusty. You dusty. I cleaned like 2 days ago and I dusted all my plants. Wow, they're dusty again. Okay, you stuck. You stuck. Let go. Let go. I'm going to show you this one first because we have two. And I don't think I showed you both of them in the video, actually. But actually, funny enough, Mitch was the one who chose the dud out of the two, and his one is doing better than mine. But I did recently find a juvenile thrips on top of my cabinet. This one is living on top of my cabinet. This is the anthurium, a lot of amazing roots though. I never know the right way of saying it. And then I look it up and I'm like, oh, that's actually really easy to say. Anyway, yeah, I found juvenile thrips on this one. And this one was actually one, I'm just going to do another pest check. But I did douse this plant with the treatment. This plant was being thrown away at my work because it kept on getting thrips and it kept on giving the rest of the table that this was on thrips. So my colleague had enough. So I said, okay, I'm going to give it another try. Unfortunately, this leaf does look like it's going to go. It's definitely a very, it's a quickie anthurium, isn't it? I don't know if I'm quite liking the grow pattern. But yeah, it's so sad. This was going to be such a beautiful leaf. And then the damn thrips got to it. This one as well was such a beautiful leaf. And now it's got all of this damage from the thrips. I've actually never seen thrips do this type of damage. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, I treated this plant, and the treatment that I use, you do have to, like, if you have grow lights on this plant, you have to be careful. And actually, funny enough, I have, like this whole front room has got grow lights everywhere. I've got the SANSI 15 watt at the top, and just like my regular light fixture, so that all my plants get the right amount of light. And I forgot to switch off the, and I know the SANSI grow lights. It might only be the 15 watt and it might be quite far away of the corner, but let me tell you, they are strong lights. They don't need to be right up against the plant. And that was definitely the case with this one because I treated this one and I forgot to switch off the lights, and that's what this is. That's damage from the treatment being on the plant and then the grow lights being on it. That's right, I remember now. I thought that was thrip damage, but it's not. You can see on this one, definitely, like that is thrip damage. So yeah, be careful. If you treat your plants and you've got grow lights on them or the sun is shining on them, just, move them. So yeah, the only nice leaf that I've got left is this one, but I do have to say it's stunning. Like that anthurium is beautiful. And I have to say it's quite a fast grower. It's given me 2 new leaves since I've rescued it, which is quite good for an anthurium. And the roots, I definitely could have put this plant in a bigger pot. And I'm kind of wanting, oh, that's nice and fuzzy. That's so satisfying. Yeah, it's very happy. Very happy. Very happy. It's just, yeah, a pity about the thrips. But again, I think that this is a positive rescue story. It's just a shame about all that damage. But, you know, that's my own fault. That's got nothing to do with the rescue. I think it was a good call with this plant. And I think I should have I actually need to, I've got it in this, but it's got feet, so it's like higher. So yeah, I'm going to put this back, and I'm going to get the other one that Mitch has, and his is actually looking really well because it doesn't have thrip damage. Oh, he needs to water them again. Okay, I just said that this... Why is this one damaged? Okay, this leaf was looking good, but now it's looking a bit funny. This is a new leaf. I do have to say that this one drinks water, like, yeah, it needs to be watered, like crazy. It roots like crazy as well, so I'm not surprised. It's just like the growth rate that this one grows at. It's definitely hard to keep up with. Yeah, it's got really, really nice roots. It's definitely not rooted as much as my one. But I do think that this one, that is not pest damage. That is damage due to not giving it consistent water. It's still pretty, but you can see there's some damage there, unfortunately. I think this was the leaf. Are you alive? Or are you dead? Give it a nudge. No, you're alive. There's juvenile thrips on here. You little buggers. So that damage might actually be from thrips, but I couldn't see any on that leaf. Okay, I need to treat this as well. And it's actually the perfect timing because his lights are not on. You can see the damage, but I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick up the juvenile thrips on there. There's not a lot. There was maybe like 1 or 2. But that's really sad. So I'm going to put this plant to the side. I'm going to treat it after the video. I can see them in the sheath here. They're like nuzzling up in there, don't they? Oh yeah, you're getting a good shower. A good shower. There's not a lot on here. Maybe this is just the beginnings, but that damage is definitely from thrips. Very recognizable. Very. Yeah, that's the other one. So we rescued 2, and they both already had thrips. Seems to be quite a susceptible one. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to then bring you upstairs in the propagation room because the other... Wait, no. Yes, the other ones that I rescued this year, they're upstairs, but there's actually one more down here that I rescued last year, and this actually wasn't technically a plant that I rescued. They were actually some cuttings that had just fallen on the floor, and I just picked them up, I put them in my bag, and then when I came home I just put them on top of the soil, and it grew into this beautiful lush plant. So I'm going to show you that one. My word, this is just absolutely amazing. So last year I raved about this plant quite a lot. This was just, and it's actually sad because in that video I didn't show you this one. I've completely forgot about it. This was just 4 tiny little strands. Each strand had about 4 or 5 leaves. Well, yeah, the pearls. I put them on in this pot. It's, yeah, you can't really see the pot, but this is a 12 centimeter pot. I put them in a mix that I put together for my begonias. So that was only cocoa coir, vermiculite. Yeah, cocoa coir and vermiculite. And activated charcoal was also in there. That was all that was in the mix. I put them on the soil. Oh, I love that smell. And it's grown into this plant. So if you see, this is probably a plant you'll see on the gardens, in the garden centers on the floor quite a lot because they come in this plastic and we have to take the plastic off, and there's always strands or whatever that come out and yeah, they fall on the floor. It's actually lately been giving me a lot of really tiny growth, and that's because I moved it slightly away from the grow lights because I had other plants that I wanted closer to the grow lights. So yeah, the pearls have gotten a lot smaller, but you can see here at the bottom some of the bigger pearls. So I do want to give this one more light. And I actually recently brought home a variegated version of this one, which is just so stinking cute. So I'm really excited to try and get one I might just actually chop the plant up and do the exact same thing I did with this, because this is probably my 3rd or 4th attempt at the string of pearls. And when I saw those cuttings, I thought, let's do an experiment. Let's try. And look what it's done, because all of my other string of pearls that I bought like full pots like this. They all died. I just killed them all. Honestly, this plant, I probably only, the last time I watered this, I couldn't even tell you. It's probably like almost 2 months ago that I watered this. It's just so incredibly compact at the top. And it is obviously, I mean, it's coca coir, vermiculite, and activated charcoal, so it stays moist for quite long. It's definitely nice and rooted in there, but it's not root bound. This one doesn't get like the most craziest root system. But yeah, I just kept on trailing it at the top until I got like a full look, and this is what it's looking like. You can't even see the pot. Like, it's so stunning. So there's definitely some strands like at the bottom here. No, they haven't died off. It's just a couple of pearls. But yeah, the growth is definitely a lot smaller. And that's just, you can see here, like at the top. And I do like those like thick pearly. I actually, in my cabinet, I'm going to show you that one. It's so cute. It's still in its plastic. But I've put it right close to the grow light, because obviously this is also variegated. But this one, I've noticed that the string of pearls does like quite highlight. But look at that. So yeah, that's one that I recently bought. I bought it home on Sunday, I think, last week. It's so cute, those variegation. I do like the really big pearls, so I would like to get that one back for this. But yeah, this plant has got such a like special place in my heart, because it's a plant that I've tried so many times and it's never done well for me. So yeah, that's an update on that one. I was watching that video over and I was just like, oh my word, look how much it's grown. If I gave it more light, I think it would definitely be a lot bigger. It's one of my most like lowest maintenance plants. And it used to give me such a headache in the past, every single time I tried it. So yeah, that's that one. Still beautiful. I'm gonna put them back in the cabinet. Oh my word, I don't even think I'm gonna have like room to sit in. Yeah, let's move the water, because don't want that near the camera. My propagation room has never been this full. It's just, oh, and there's like a bed in the background as well. No, that's in the hallway, Okay, so, yeah, I have a lot of rescues in here. Is there actually some new ones that I can show you? Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah. Let me show you the ones first. So this was a very, very sad one, and this is also a very sad story, unfortunately. You guys saw that I had 3 of those philodendrons. I had a lot of people comment saying what it could be, and I think it was the like emerald red. Someone else said the Macaulay Phenalis or something like that. There were other ones as well. Yeah, there's lots of, I know there's lots of, oh, like red Congo. Was red Congo another one? I don't know. I guess I'll never really know which one this is. But unfortunately, the one in Perlite, yeah, did I do Perlite? I think the one in Perlite just died. The one that I actually thought was going to do well, and I potted it up in the philodendron and monstera mix from Soul Ninja. That's all that's left over. It didn't make it. It's dead. This is all I've got left over, and this feels very, very flimsy and thin. This was in the moss, and I actually took it out because I saw that the roots were rotten. It hasn't made any new roots. But yeah. Yeah, I honestly thought that the one in the soil, the one that looked the best, that one was going to do fine, but it didn't. Obviously, the root rot was quite deep. This one is giving me a new leaf, but there's no roots, so I don't really understand what it's doing. Anyway, yeah, I've taken it out of the moss and I've just put it in water, but that's all that's left of those 3 philodendrons, those baby philodendrons, which is very sad. Yeah, that is unfortunate, because I don't know, I thought at least 2 of the 3 was going to make it, but it didn't. So yeah, getting a really good grow light, so hopefully it's going to be okay. And then I think the last one to show you is one from last year. Oh wait, no. I'll show you that one last. This one as well, which I actually still have not done anything with. This is the Shishmaglotis Borneo. Yeah, it's still in the same pot. I've honestly not had the time to do anything. However, it is making a lot of new shoots in the pot there. So yeah, I see a lot of shoots here, which is very promising. Those leaves, oh, this one here is even flowering. That's a flower. That's a new leaf. Huh. Yeah, leaves do not look the best. But I have kept some leaves on, obviously, you know, to help the plant out. But those leaves are so stunning. So yeah, I need to do something with this desperately. It's flowering. The biggest one here, there's 2 flowers on there. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of cuttings in here. I know it makes like offshoots, and it's definitely doing that as well. But I do need to take it out of the soil because I've noticed that this dries out very, very quickly. I've not let it dry out either. I've been on top of watering with this plant, but I obviously need to give this plant like a little bit of a makeover and some TLC. But yeah, that's that one. I'm hoping to, you know, get a really nice full one going. And then one from last year. This is very exciting. Gotta be careful here. There's a lot of, got a really big monstera behind me. It's growing like crazy. Is this one. I still don't know the name of this one. This is like an epiphyllum variety. But look, it's flowering. I've actually not, I don't know. Are those the flowers? Or those just like new? I don't know. It's been doing that for, oh yeah, there is a flower on there. It's going to come open. I think it's like pretty little white flowers. But yeah, this one has grown like crazy. Oh, it's definitely very rooted in there. I think this was just a couple of cuts. It's definitely rooted in there very nicely. And yeah, it's doing very well. It loves this room. It really does. I actually used to have it on my shelf behind the couch, but I moved it because it kind of was looking very awkward at one point, and I don't think it was getting enough light, and I couldn't provide it with like the light that I know that epiphyllum love. So I put it here. This is a big south-facing window. It's on a shelf. There's like a shelf over there, and it gets pretty much direct sun. I have this film on the window as well, but at the top there's like a small gap, and actually where the sun is at the moment, like in the afternoon, direct sun does hit this plant. So I have seen some of the leaves like go really pretty and pink. It's a very, very pretty one. But yeah, it's grown like crazy. It really has. There's like this whole new tendril here. Oh, there's a little flower here. You might be able to see it. That's popped open. Can you see? It's so cute. So yeah, it's very, very happy, and it's definitely a very nice rescue story, this one, because I mean, look at it. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I actually would love to put this one. Yeah, the stairs going up into the attic are here, and we've got Felix's up there now. The lighting up there is just magic. It's magic. I would love to make that into a plant room. I really would. And I would love to hang this one from like underneath a window. I think it would love that. But yeah, it's still, you know, a mess up there, and still a lot of work that needs to be done up there. I don't think I've actually ever mentioned this plant in any video. This was just one that I think I have. I must have. I rescued the Hoya curtisii. I think this one had pests or something. I don't remember the reason why I found this in the bin. I don't remember. It's definitely a plant from last year. Look how pretty it is sun stressed. I really hope the camera picks up how red those leaves are. Again, it gets direct sun. I really thought that this plant like maybe would have flowered for me by now, but it hasn't. But then again, I might have missed it. But that red, like all of those, I don't know, I just think it's so pretty. You can't even see the damn pot. It's not rooted in the amazingly, if I have to be honest, but I do definitely underwater this one. But it's very long, very long. Loves this window. Loves it, absolutely loves it. I don't know, it's just honestly one of my easiest plants. It just lives up here and it loves life. Again, I don't actually understand why this one was thrown in the bin. I think it had pests. I think that's what it was. And obviously you can see all the tiny leaves. I did treat this plant, like give it like a general treatment because I didn't know what pest. I didn't see any mealies, and usually you would see that quite quickly on this plant. But yeah, I didn't see any mealies. I don't understand. Maybe my colleague threw it in the bin because it was there for so long. This is not a very popular plant in the garden centre, I have to say. People don't pick this one up as often. And I don't get why, because these little leaves, they're like so thick and they're like matte and very rigid. I don't know, this is just such an easy Hoya. Okay, so those are all of the plants that I've rescued. There's an update on all of them and how they are doing. There is one more that's downstairs, and I wrote it down and I've completely forgotten about it. I'll show you guys that in a minute. We'll go back downstairs. This is one that I recently rescued. I think the first time I showed you this plant was actually my houseplant tour. So this is the, oh wait, no, or was it my Hoya repot video? I don't know. This is the Ficus Belize. And yeah, I've repotted it. I put it in a DIY mix, but I based it off the ficus mix that Soul Ninja recommends. It is giving me new growth there. That is the first leaf that it's given me in my care. It's very pretty, very pretty. I'm usually not a ficus person. Just like checking for pests because I do come up here very often and I check on these plants probably about twice a day when I turn the lights on and off. Just checking, but I don't know, that leaf is stunning. It's beautiful. So yeah, this one that I rescued, this one had, oh wait, no, I think that's also a leaf that, I think this leaf was unfurling when I rescued. I don't know, it looked very, very sad. You can see the leaves at the bottom here. There's like some crusting going on, but yeah, this one was one that was going to be thrown away. So that is my probably most recent rescue. And then another one is this one. However, this doesn't look the best if I'm being honest. I don't see anything happening. I don't know. Definitely sucking up a lot of, oh, there I can see roots happening at the bottom. These are two varicosum cuttings. Yeah, this was lying next to the plant. It obviously maybe got stuck with another plant and it just like snapped off. But figured, I don't know, I really struggle with the varicosum, really struggle, but it is such a stunning plant. It's so stunning. I've actually put it right next to my prop box where I keep our varicosums. It's doing very well, like it's very pretty, doing absolutely amazing, but this is the only way I can keep this plant is in a prop box. If as soon as I take it out, it dies. Well, it doesn't die, it just gets spider mites and it, yeah, just doesn't do very well. I also have it on a heat mat. I can feel the bottom is warm. There are roots there. It's in perlite, this one, and it's growing nicely. It's got really nice roots. It's such a beautiful plant, but it only wants to grow in a prop box. So that's why I brought those cuttings home. At first, a little voice in my head was saying, no, don't do it, Jacqueline. Don't bring that home. You're just going to give yourself a headache. And these are like some smaller ones that I've got. Again, varicosum has the most disappointing root system, but they're doing well. They're giving me new growth, but it just seems to be the only way that I can keep this plant spider mite free. Because I'm pretty sure that this one had spider mites. Did it have spider mites? I think it did. I treated it anyway. I give every plant that comes in, I give it a good clean. I actually try and also avoid when I come home from work to walk into the living room, like our main living space, with my work clothes because obviously I'm around plants all day. And one pest that I've seen a lot pop up lately is mealies, specifically on the Strelitzia plants, the bird of paradise. So probably my most recent rescue is this one. And this isn't a rescue, actually, technically, but my mom was going to throw this plant away. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to list this plant, but it does have the biggest leaves that I've ever, like, check at the size of that leaf. I don't know what Scindapsus this is. I think this was a cutting that I gave her, and this is what it's grown into. It's got huge leaves. It's like the size of my hand. That new leaf there as well is going to be huge. But yeah, she was going to throw this away. So I thought, no, I'll chop it up and I'll maybe try and trade it, because Scindapsus is one that people do like to trade. Okay, this one, I forgot to show you this one. And I remember putting text on, I'm just taking off some dead leaves, putting text on the video saying that I forgot to show you this one. Still going through, yeah, there's just a couple of dead leaves, going through some transitioning, but it's growing. But those are all of like the leaves from the cuts. Because this one had, so this is the philodendron. Oh, it's actually looking very nice on camera. This is the philodendron lemon lime. Yeah. And I've always wanted, I love the heart-shaped leaves and just like the lemony, limey, you know, color. I've got a epipremnum neon, and I keep on saying I want to get rid of that plant, but it's kind of got like a special place in my heart. What is it with that plant? I don't know what it is. But yeah, I prefer the heart-shaped leaves. And I actually rescued a couple of cuttings, and then I rescued a plant that there were no more roots. It just had root rot really, really badly. So yeah, I basically just had cuts. I actually just propagated them in the philodendron and monstera mix from Soul Ninja. I don't see any new, actually, I watered it yesterday, so it's kind of hard to see you, but I can see a root there, a new root. I can see a huge air pocket here as well, but it's fine. Oh, and I can see a root at the bottom sticking out there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. There's like a new root there. Okay, so yeah, it is giving me a lot of new growth, and it's looking really good. There are some leaves down here that, like this here, like that's from the cut. This leaf is very pretty. Got some of that variegation. This one here as well. It's dusty. I swear. Oh, that one is misformed. Oh, that one's probably, yeah, I literally have this pot on top of my epipremnum neon. So it's a little bit against the wall. So some of the leaves are a little bit deformed. Oh my word. That's really weird. Like I cleaned my house 2 days ago. No. I cleaned my house, with Tuesday today. I cleaned my house on Saturday. And I dusted all of my plants. And they're already dusty again. I am opening the window a lot more. Maybe that's why. It's very annoying. But yeah, there's a lot of cuttings in here. Oh my word, it's full. I don't even know how well I'm going to be able to show you. Yeah, it's full. It's absolutely full, but I'm loving it. Like, look at it. So yeah, this is another one that I rescued that I forgot to show you guys. Need to give it a shower. But I just watered it, so that's not a good idea. Maybe I'll just clean the leaves. It's very, very dusty. Did I forget to dust this one? No, because I did the neon, and yeah. But yeah, I'm really happy that I remembered to show you this one. It's doing well, so this is another positive one. It's just, yeah, some of those yellow leaves, that was just like the first leaves, but it's actively growing. I haven't lost any cuttings, actually. Or have I? As I just said it. Yeah, that was a cutting that I've lost. Just the one, and there was a lot. I don't remember how many. I just thought of another one that I didn't show you guys. Oh my word, my brain. Okay, we're back in the propagation. Oh no, there's hardly any water in here. Jesus, Jacqueline. I don't remember if I showed you this one. I really, really don't. But I don't have this plant, so this is like the only cuttings that I have of it. This is the oh my word. I just realized something really funny, and it's also a rescue plant. Anyway, this is the Epipremnum pinnatum variegated. This one also had no roots. It had root rot. Really, yeah, there were no roots. But it's definitely, I don't know, I like that this one fenestrates. It's got really pretty leaves, and I just put it in water, the cuttings, because I feel like with Epipremnum, that's all new roots. So yeah, there were no cuttings that died, but again, this isn't like an epipremnum. It's so easy. There's some new growth coming out here. Oh, leaf in the way. You can see here. Yeah, it seems to be doing well. All the cuts survived. It wasn't dried out, but the water was like down here. I've just added some water, so the water does look a little bit gunky. But I actually, with all my water propagations, I never change out the water. Because when plants make new roots, they release a certain, I always forget the name, but they release a certain type of hormone. That hormone stimulates more root growth. Yeah, no cuttings have died. And then this was actually a plant that I rescued last year. Do you remember what is this, the Silver Queen? It was not doing well, guys. It was not. I was actually going to throw this plant away. And then I thought, no, I'm going to give it another try. It seems to be making a new point there, actually, for a new leaf. And I've just noticed it's got a new root. It does feel very mushy there, though. But it's rooting. So yeah, there is that one. It's an aglaonema, so yeah, it's not growing that much. But I figured, I'll put it in that water. It will kind of give it a boost. But there you go. It's rooting, so I still have that one. But yeah, not a very good story on that one. But yeah, that's another one that I forgot to show you. Oh my word. Now I'm thinking, have I forgotten anything? I don't think I have now. I think I've really gone over everything. No, I think I have gone over everything. Oh my word. I'm remembering all these plants that I've rescued. I don't think I've ever shown you this plant, or maybe I have. I have to go back downstairs then. But I want to put this all in a video. This was supposed to be a short and sweet video. This is going to be a really long video. I'm going to switch off the camera, have a good think if there's anything else up here. I know there is one more downstairs. I've got up and down like, what, 3 times now? I'm remembering so many plants. I knew there was a reason why I wanted to make it, give it a dedicated video, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. This one, I forgot about this one. I also recently, within the last month, rescued this plant. This is the Philodendron tortum. This one also had root rot. There were some roots that were still salvageable, and I can see that they were still alive. You can see them there. Those were the roots that I saved this plant. Yeah, they were the roots that were still okay. I don't see any new roots, but I do, however, see it's quite wobbly. Can you see there? Oh, it's hard to show you. That has grown. That has popped out a little bit more. Yeah, definitely, definitely. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign. I do feel like this plant though, if it does get pests, it's going to be a drama because of the leaves. I suppose this is kind of a positive story. It's still doing well, but so far not seen any root growth. But however, that point there has shot out a little bit more. So yeah, I rescued that one. And then this one, we did this in a video together actually. I think this was in over like the 2-week video, the long one. So there is something more happening here. However, there are some sad ones here as well. There are some leaves here that I can see that have died off. So this is my Epischia pink brocade. And actually, I'm going to pop up a picture, but one of you guys, thank you so much for reaching out to me, sent me an email and showed me your pink brocade, is that the right way of saying it? I don't know. But it's so big and lush and beautiful. It just honestly gave me that little bit of boost, like, yes, I want that. That is the goal. That is what I want. So yeah, thank you for that. That was actually really nice. It was really nice. If you guys have any of these rescue plants and you want to reach out to me, you can email me I've put my email address on my Instagram. If you want to email me pictures, or on Instagram, send me messages and show me pictures of your plants that you have of any of these rescues, it does give me that little bit of extra boost and I don't know, it's nice to see that. It's nice to see that, especially with plants that I've rescued. So it was really, really nice that you reached out to me and sent me that picture. So there is some positive things happening with this one. I don't know if you can see that one here, that has grown some more, which is really positive. On this one here, I did just pull off a little dead leaf, but I can still see some new growth there. I can see it's obviously not the most fastest growing plant, but I don't know, I feel like there has definitely been improvement since that rescue, since we did that together. However, I think I'm going to need to water this. I also got some really useful tips from you guys that this one needs to, like stay moist. I keep it in my cabinet and I've not had to water it since that video. But I can actually, no, now that I move some of this around, it's just like the top tiny layer of soil that has dried out, but it still looks good. I think those are all the updates. Yes, those are all the updates on the rescue plants. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Okay, I've gone and I've covered all of the plants. So those are all of the rescue plants, all of the updates on how they're doing. If I rescue any new plants, I usually share it with you guys and I share the journey. Yeah, I think I mentioned this one in one of my videos. I know I did. But yeah, I bring you along the journey and I show you what I do to try and, get the best out of the plants. But as you've seen, it's not always, it's not always positive. It's actually mainly negative because rescues don't always go to plan and they are already quite sad plants. So some of them make it and some of them don't make it. In my case, over the past 2 years of rescuing plants, I would say it's probably at this point 40% positive and 60% negative. So it just goes to show, it's not always a good story, unfortunately. But it's the journey. It's the experimenting that I love to do, trying new things. It also helps you learn a little bit more about that plant. And I'm not really one for Googling. I'm usually one for watching YouTube and hearing from people that actually grow them, their experiences, because also the thing is also you can watch these videos, my videos, other people's videos, and take tips and advice, but you also still have to take into consideration your home and the conditions that you are able to give that plant, because every single home will be different. No home will be the same, no conditions will be the same. So it is just trial and error and just seeing what works. So I'm not going to go on any longer because I know that this video is going to be a long one and it's supposed to be just a short update, but once again, I can't shut up. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, come and join me. If you watched all the way to the end, let's leave that little 2-leaf one. Is it the 2-leaf one? The little sprout or something like that. Leave that one in the comments that I know you watched all the way to the end. If you did, thank you so, so much. It is the best way of supporting me, is the view time, watching my videos all the way to the end. I know I'd say it all the time, but I really do appreciate it. It does show up on my YouTube analytics when people watch all the way to the end. So it does really, really help me out. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Jeez. Bye.